For almost a century, it's been a hallmark event of the progressive American flat track schedule. Thunder Valley, it has been dubbed. It has been run by princes and kings. Today, it looks to be a pivotal stop in the seesaw battle between former champion and the new kid on the block. It's a motorsport event like none other. It's the Peoria TT.
It's the 13th stop of the Progressive American Flat Track Series. It's the Peoria TT. Welcome to Thunder Valley. I'm Kristen Beat, standing alongside the voice of the American Flat Track Series, Scotty Dubler, also the 2017 AFT Singles champ, Colby Carlisle. Guys, there is a special feeling when you drive down the hill on race day here.
It's amazing when you come in here. There's not a bad seat in the house because there is no seat. They sit on the hill on both sides. They get up close and personal to the action, and the racing here is fantastic.
And like Kristen mentioned, there is no feeling like coming down that hill, feeling the morning air, and I wish you guys get an experience of going over this jump because it is like nothing I have ever done before.
Well, guys, it's a busy day, so I'm going to let you get to it. And speaking of a busy day, 3 classes on tap in the American Flat Track Series here today. The AFT Singles, the Mission SuperTwins, and the AFT AdventureTrackers, where today we will crown for the first time a champion in that class. Now to Scotty in the paddock.
Thanks, Kristen. It's time for the pit walk, and you never know who you're going to run into at the pits here. Smoking Joe Kopp used to be number 3, used to be number 43 before that. You won your first national here at Peoria Motorcycle Club. What is it like when you come back to visit?
Peoria was always one of my favorite tracks to ride, and just to come to in general. Just the amphitheater setting, and when they get the opening ceremonies going, it's definitely, we always hear people say, oh, it gets chills on your, goosebumps on your arms, and it does truly to me too. And just my first win was here. Special for me for that part. I still got that number plate hanging on my wall that Kenny Tolbert helped me win that day, and it's awesome.
That's Joe Kopp right there, also known as Cody Kopp's dad. Let's see who else we can find. Here is Tommy Hayden, the team manager for the Estenson Racing team. Tommy, you've been coming here since you were a little kid. What's it like coming to this historic racetrack?
Yeah, Peoria for sure is a special place. I have been coming here since I was a little kid, and I always look forward to it. Always a lot of good racing here, and just such a unique place. The way it's set up and coming down here and down the hills, just something always feels really cool when you get here.
That's Tommy Hayden. Let's see who else we can find. One more rider to talk to. It's a local rider originally from California. You live 15 minutes away. You finished second here at Thunder Valley to your brother before. What is it like rolling into Thunder Valley?
Oh man, the atmosphere is just unreal. This is one of the legendary ones. Springfield's kind of our Daytona 500. This one just it separates itself, It's just got an atmosphere when you roll down the hill. When loading in, it's just kind of get chills a little bit. It's an awesome facility. It's beautiful. The hillsides are always green, and it's a lot of fun.
That's Bronson Bauman right there in the Mission SuperTwins class number 37. He'll be riding a Yamaha today. For more on this historic track, here's Colby Carlisle.
Whenever you come to Peoria TT, I could talk about how long the front straightaway is. I could talk about how tricky the left-handed jump is. But what it really all comes down to is confidence. Knowing the morning of the race, how you can get over that jump, how well you can get through the right-hander, get stopped for that first corner left-hander after that almost 90-plus mile-an-hour front straightaway. But you just have to truly believe in yourself and believe that you are the guy to beat that day and that you can get over this place safely, but also the fastest. And now down to Kristen Beat.
Thanks, Colby. Look who I found, the 3-time AFT Singles champion, Cody Kopp, who committed to a full-time road racing schedule this year, but has returned here in Peoria for this historic race. Cody, in the last 3 seasons, when you were racing full-time, you advanced your finishes from 4th to 2nd. Are you here for unfinished business?
For sure. I like Peoria. It was Dad's first Grand National win, so it's always been one I want to win just to, it was something in my head when I went pro. So, no, I'm excited. I wouldn't say that's the reason I'm back. I just missed the dirt, to be honest. I've been working my butt off on the asphalt, and a little bit of a refresh this weekend. We have a couple weeks off for my series that I'm in right now with Moto America and Kenny Roberts, and yeah, might as well come out, have some fun with the boys, and see if we can't throw some whips over that jump.
is there a chance we see you make a full-time return to the American Flat Track Series? We've heard some rumblings.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can tell you on my life, I don't know what I'm doing next year. Do I want to be back here? Yeah. Do I like road racing? Yeah. So it's tough. I'm in a tough spot. I mean, I could do what JD did maybe and do both. So I'm open to whatever. I really enjoy this sport. It's what my love is for sure. I grew up on it, but at the same time, I'm having a blast chasing a new challenge, a new adventure. So kind of up in the air. There's nothing set in stone for next year, and hopefully today we come out and show them we still got it and see what happens.
Cody, we hope to see you return to the American Flat Track Series. We've missed you. Scotty, Colby, back to you guys.
Nice to have Cody Kopp back in the AFT Singles class.
Yeah, it is great. And the biggest story coming out of qualifying, Scotty's about Chase Sadoff.
Chase Sadoff went down really hard on the jump. He has been transported to the hospital. They're getting him checked out. So our thoughts and prayers with Chase. In the championship race, that only leaves Tom Drain and Trevor Bruner. Silly season came early. This week, Cage Tadman has been announced to ride on the First Impressions Husqvarna, and he is our Dunlop rider profile.
You know, it's kind of shocking. I thought I really wasn't going to get a deal until next year, but, you know, blessed. That's all I could say. I'm still kind of speechless about it, but, you know, I'm excited, and you got a good team, and they all have good knowledge, so I'm ready for it.
AFT Singles heat race number 1. Drain grabs the whole shot on the inside. Cody Kopp is right there on the one bike.
Yeah, but Cody Kopp's going to take over second for now, just going through the first corner, but coming down the jump, he's able to go around the outside of Gaudier, but coming down on the jump, he loses his chain.
Tough break for the 3-time champ, looking for his first ever win here at Peoria. Leaves the battle for second between the 79 of Gautier and the 21 of Bruner. What a battle for second. They were way behind the 59 of Tom Drain, taking the win of heat race number 1 here at Thunder Valley. 59, your winner.
Feeling really comfortable out there today. The team's got the bike working really good, and I think we're just going to keep going forwards. I think we've made a step the right direction. I think we'll be ready for the main.
Heat race number 2 for the AFT Singles class. The 49 gets a good start, but Roos Evans from the outside takes the lead in that first corner.
Yeah, Roos Evans gets the clutch release, the best out of them, but it's not going to be long before the 49 of Chad Coast fights back and is able to take the lead from Roos Evans here going into turn 1.
Nice pass up the front straightaway. Chad Coast taking the lead. Roos Evans trying to come back on the inside. They're going for it, battling each other. While they're battling each other, the 75 of Santero comes by and takes the pass for the lead.
Yeah, Santero jumps to the right side of Chad Coast there in that one, and that's all it's going to be in that one. The 75 of Terrence Santero grabs the win.
Last chance qualifier, AFT Singles class. Walker Porter, the rookie from the outside, grabs the whole shot on the number 100.
Yeah, Walker Porter will, but look at the number 1, Cody Kopp, around to everyone from 15th all the way up into second place.
Took him a lap or two, but Cody Kopp would apply the pressure on the rookie. Goes up the inside. Cody Kopp would take the lead in our last chance qualifier, and that'd be all she wrote. Cody Kopp wins the last chance qualifier by a straightaway.
It's a different bike than what I've been riding all day, so just getting used to that. I mean, it's supposed to be set up the same, but you can feel differences, right?
Up next for the AFT Singles will be the World of Power Sports Challenge Race. 4 laps, $2,000 to win. Drain grabs the whole shot. The rider from Australia would lead him in the first corner. Roos Evans slips the first corner. That puts Bruner and Santero battle for second and third. But that would be all she wrote for the 59. Tom Drain wins the World of Power Sports Challenge Race and $2,000. There's the big check. Big thanks to World of Power Sports. The AFT Singles presented by Kicker. Starting line of Tom Drain is on the pole. 75 is Santero. 21 is Bruner. 26 is Roos Evans. Don't forget the 114 Jacob Lehman. He's won here before. He's in row number 2. Way back there in that fourth row, the one bike of Cody Kopp looking for his third win on the season. AFT Singles presented by Kicker. Main event. The bikes are in gear. It is main event time here in Thunder Valley. Drain on the inside. Bruner, Roos Evans, Santero. The clutches are out. Bruner's trying to lead him in the first corner, but Drain sneaks up the inside.
Yeah, Bruner tries to do anything he can to shut off Drain there, but it's not going to happen yet. As we see Aiden Percept way on the bottom and Bruner around the outside. This is exactly what needed to happen. Will he be able to hold it? And he does. Bruner doing what he needs to do.
Cody Kopp up to 5th or 6th place, and here comes the 228 of Tadman from row number 2.
Tadman up to 3rd, trending up all day long. Now he's going to be in 3rd. He moves up the racetrack this time, sticking it above the groove here.
Cody Kopp from the back of the pack from winning the last chance qualifiers up to 5th, make that 6th. Drain shoves it up the inside. Tom Drain takes the lead going into turn number 1.
Bruner, he's going to have to react here. He tries to cut it underneath him, and he's going to get a run up the jump, but not going to be able to finish the pass. Drain's going to try to sprint away anything he can do now.
Bruner gets his wheels on the ground quicker than Drain, but is unable to make the pass going into this final corner. Drain, Bruner, here comes Tadman still in 3rd.
Yeah, that's the only time we've seen Drain not. And we got Cody Kopp all the way from the final row up to 5th place right now as Tadman's running in 3rd along with Santero there in 4th, but Cody Kopp around the outside.
Going around the outside, gets by the 75 of Santero, now gets by the 228. Here comes Cody Kopp. He's in 3rd place already.
Is Cody Kopp the only guy here that can potentially put up a fight to try to beat Tom Drain? He's made his way to the front quickly, but Tom Drain has about a corner advantage right now.
Onto the front straightaway, the 59 in control, the 21 right there in 2nd. Cody Kopp now in 3rd. You got Yamaha, Honda, and KTM 1, 2, and 3.
Tadman just slipping back a little bit. He needed to move up the racetrack, and he does now, but he was running right on the groove and losing grip, allowing Santero and Kopp to both get by him, but Santero doing a good job over that jump. What is he going to be able to hang on to the backside of Cody Kopp?
If he's smart, he will keep onto the back tire of the one bike just in front of him. I love the way Santero hits that jump. It's more like a supercross rider or a motocross rider. Puts the front end down quickly.
Scotty, the only guy on the racetrack right now that's even close to being in Tom Drain's lap time is the number 1 of Cody Kopp.
Can anyone catch Tom Drain? Stay tuned to find out.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series is brought to you by Mission Foods. Mission Foods has you covered with race day recipes that are too fast, too tasty. And by Triumph Motorcycles and their brand new Tiger 900, built for the toughest trails and wherever adventure takes you.
Halfway flags are out for our leader, Tom Drain. The battle is for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Santero doesn't care that that guy's got number 1 plate.
No, absolutely not. They've got about 4 minutes left in this one. We've seen Tom Drain have a big lead like this and then get swallowed up by Bruner there at Lucas Oil. Is Cody Kopp or Santero the guy to do it? But they have to get by Bruner now. They cannot waste even another lap sitting behind him. But Kopp tried to go lower here. There is 0 grip on the groove right now. You either have to be all the way above it or below it. And we haven't seen one rider try to go below it yet, Scotty.
Yeah, they're carrying, I think, a little bit too much momentum to get slowed down to go under the groove in that final corner. Bruner still in 2nd on the 21 by Kopp in 3rd on the 1. Santero's in 4th on the 25. Or the 75. Here comes, oh, the 1 backed off. I thought he was going to send it right there.
I was going to say that's,
and
he's going to lose the spot to 75. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe Terran's willing to get a little bit more aggressive with Bruner than Kopp was, because Kopp had the run there, but he had to back off. He wasn't able to finish the pass. So let's see what Terran Santero's able to do.
Well, if Terran gets up there and passes the 21, the 1 could come along with him. That might work out good for him.
Yeah, typically when you do get 1, you'll move him over a little bit, but Terran's strengths, and Cody Kopp's going to go around the outside of him, and he does just like that with better grip. Terran's going to get frustrated here, though, because he knows how much more speed he's got over the jump.
But he's got to get by the traffic just ahead of him. Kopp gets back by. Kopp is now back to 3rd. Bruner, the 21, who won here 2 years ago, is in 2nd. They're all 4, almost 3.5 seconds behind the 59 bike. Here comes the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place rider.
Yeah, dream scenario for Drain here to have Bruner running 2nd and them struggling to get by, but Kopp's going to try around the outside again. Bruner's got the position, though. It's going to be hard for Kopp because Bruner can just push him up into the wall just like that was an accident, but he can push him up just a little bit in the fence. Bruner just got loose there as Santero's back by again.
Yeah, the back end stepped out. Cody Kopp hit that back tire of the 21. 75's up there in the mix. He's trying to get by both of these riders and check out. Santero's on the move.
I bet Terran gets by. If Terran doesn't get passed by Cody Kopp, we get a replay coming out of 2 here. Yeah, so watch Bruner's back wheel. He gets loose and he just connects with Cody Kopp. Good heads-up riding for Cody Kopp to stay up there. But I expect Terran Santero to try to get by Bruner. No, he's too far back, but he's going to close up the gap a lot right here because he is jumping so far and so smooth.
They are in some lap traffic. They got by McLean Drucker. This is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Nose to tail. Honda, KTM. A minute and a half remaining, plus 2 laps to go here in our AFT Singles main event.
I think you're right. Going into that final corner, they can't run low because they have 0 grip. They're sliding up the racetrack all the way until they hit the moisture. There's Cody Kopp going up the inside.
Slide job.
It is.
Slide job by the 1 bike. The 75 doesn't let it happen.
No, the 75 knows he needs to get by because if he gets by Bruner, he's got clear sailing because of how much speed he's got through and over that jump.
Look at the big lead by the 59. Way out in front. 5-second lead for the 59. Here comes 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Bruner on the 21. Santero on the 75. The 1 is Kopp. This is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah, Bruner's got good positioning here, but Cody Kopp, I like what he's doing, trying to cut across the racetrack, but he needs to stick it. He will. That time, Terran's up in the grass. We've seen that before. That'd be wild.
We saw exactly that with Henry Wiles a long time ago. Terrence Santero wants this podium.
He is sending it on the 75 bike. Cody Kopp's trying to get up there. He wants to win Peoria for the first time. I don't think that's going to happen because the leader 59 is long gone.
No, Terrence not going to want to do that much more. Cody Kopp's going to keep trying to go for it. So we get a replay here of exactly that. Cody cuts across the front. Terrence has no, but man, him not letting off. What a move by Terrence. He wants this podium so bad, Scotty.
He never let off the throttle, went up in the grass up the hill. There's Bruner still in second. Santero, man, almost threw it away on the jump. The 75 is on the very edge right now. He's living on the edge.
Terrence just a little bit off where he needed to land, lands in the dust, loses the grip front and rear there, barely saves it as we've got just 5 seconds left. Next time by, Scotty.
Next time by will be 2 laps to go. This is still second, third, and fourth, and here comes Roos Evans. He's trying to get in the thick of things on the 26 bike.
Okay, so Terrence Santero's getting a little bit defensive now, riding a little bit lower, so that's going to open the door for Cody to try to go around the outside. But Terrence is not giving up on that jump.
He is really airing it out over that jump. Time has expired. Drain will see 2 laps to go right now. 2 laps to go. There it is, the signal from Big P. 2 laps to go. Here's second, third, and fourth across the line. Bruce Evans, he's coming on that 26 bike.
Bruner's getting defensive. He moved down on the straightaway a little bit. Terrence, I expect him to take a shot here. He's not quite close enough to be able to jump over the side of him, but he's getting closer and closer, but we're running out of time.
He's looking to do the same move he did in the last chance qualifier, that heat race to get by the Chad Coast on the 49 bike.
Terrence not settling for third place here. He wants second place, so I expect him to really send it over the jump this final time, but look at Tom Drain, gone, out of sight.
Here comes second, third, and fourth. The white flag is out. Santero's got nothing to lose. He goes up the inside.
Let's see what Santero's able to do. Does he get a good run? Trevor Bruner bobbles just a little bit. Their bike bounds up. Let's see, is Santero going to jump to the right side? No, he's not.
Into the right-hander. Last lap. AFT Singles class. Coming for his very first win at the Peoria TT, Tom Drain picks up the victory.
Yeah, Terrence Santero goes defensive coming off. Bruner looks back to know exactly where he needs to be. And Terrence Santero gets third place. Bruner will get fourth. And from the final starting spot, Cody Kopp.
Here are the results. Tom Drain taking the win by 8 seconds over Trevor Bruner. Santero's third. Cody Kopp is fourth. Roos Evans gets up to fifth on the 26 bike. Coase is back there in eighth. Jared Lowe in the 10th spot. Kristen is with our winner.
With his first pro TT win, 8-second lead over the rest of the field. At any point, did it cross your mind to back it down and hit conservation mode?
Towards the end of that one there, I looked back and I had a huge gap, so I rolled it off a little. Didn't need to do anything stupid there at the end, but I can't thank my whole team enough. All the effort they put in. Had the bike working great all day. It's been so easy for me just to get on there and ride it because they've had it set up so good, and hopefully Chase is doing all right. And don't like to see that happen to anyone, but yeah, I just can't thank the whole Essence and Racing Monster Energy Yamaha team enough.
Tom Drain on the Essence and Yamaha start on the inside, but it'd be Trevor Bruner trying to take the advantage on the Turner Honda.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long before Bruner is able to make the pass. He knew he had to do it quick to not let Tom Drain get away from it, but Tom Drain had other plans.
Tom Drain gets back by the 21 and would set sail and go off to win his 16th win of his career in Progressive American Flat Track. Kristen is with second place.
Trevor, on the final 2 laps, you visibly turned around to look behind you. What were you looking for?
I was just trying to see what kind of gap I had to see, you know, how cautious I had to take it, and or how much did I need to throw it in to keep Terrence here off of me. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the day, or the whole Turner family back home watching. Couldn't do it without all you guys, so thank you very much.
A win in 2023 and a podium here today. Thanks, Trevor.
Here are the point standings after the Peoria TT. Tom Drain stretches out that lead. He's got 5 wins on the season. Sadoff is in second. Bruner third. Santero fourth. Roos Evans. Tadman is moved up to 6th. Vanders, Jared Lowe, Evan Renshaw, and Chad Coase rounding out your top 10. One of the hardest chargers of the main event was the 75 of Terrence Santero. He finishes up third.
And he held off the 3-time champ Cody Kopp, who was applying pressure throughout that entire race. At any point, did the pressure that he was forcing threaten your podium here?
I would say it definitely did. It's super hard to stay like mellow, because the more you push, the more you just spun. It was a big game of like, be patient. We definitely had our ups and downs at the beginning of the day, but we kind of pieced it together towards the end. So
thank you so much, and congratulations, Terrence Santero, rounding out the podium here today at the Peoria TT.
When we come back to Peoria, the first #1 plate will be handed out. The Adventure Tracker main event is up next.
Welcome back to Peoria. The first championship will be decided in the next race, the Adventure Tracker main event. 3 races held up in Sturgis. Dan Bromley leads and passed Jesse Janish. In the second race, Bromley leads from start to finish. Janish will end up second place in that one. The third race was the Sturgis TT. Bromley leading as Janish breaks, coming off the jump and falls down. Bromley wins race number 3. Dan Bromley has 65 points. That is a 14-point lead over Jesse Janish. Eslick is third, Austin Lusak fourth, and Henry Wallace is fourth. Bromley is poised to win his second championship in American Flat Track.
Right now the mentality is just finish the race. That's how everything is. It's going to be a hot day. Me and Henry are racing 2 classes, and I believe me, Henry, and Jesse are going to be the top 3 going for it. Perfect world, I let Jesse and Henry, you know, race each other all day and tire themselves out, and I just finish a lonely third. That'd be a great day for me, and hopefully get the championship. But on a really great day, I'd be up there battling with them guys. I know the goal is to win, and if I can come out of here with the second 4 or 3 wins, it would be great. So the goal is to win, but if not, just try and get on that podium and wrap this thing up.
The AFT Adventure Tracker starting lineup looks like this. 33 Janish on the pole. Danny Eslick will start second. Dan Bromley and Henry Wiles in that front row. Gautier, Bauer, Luzak, King, and Will Harris at the tail of the field. AFT Adventure Tracker main event here in Peoria. 6 minutes plus 2 laps. We got Harley-Davidson, Suzuki's, Triumphs, BMWs, and 1 Honda getting set to go. The final race of the season for the Adventure Trackers. Light turns green. Janish grabs the whole shot on the inside.
Yeah, Janish will take him into turn 1, but Bromley, the championship leader, there sitting in second place, and Eslick coming around in third. And it's going to be potentially, is that Hunter Bauer trying to go around the outside?
Eslick up to third. There's Janish over the jump. Look like Wiles got a bad start. He's deep in the field, maybe on purpose.
Yeah, Wiles a little bit deeper in the field, not happy with how much moisture was on the racetrack, and Janish almost slips out there. Definitely slick. These guys are riding a little bit timid, coming off the corners, just track's wet, so they got to be careful with it.
Double green flags are out. Jesse Janish in the lead. Dan Bromley in second. Eslick goes up the inside on the 164 Harley-Davidson. Here comes Bromley back on the inside on the Suzuki. Whoa!
The track's definitely got a lot of moisture in it right now, so these guys do have to be careful. Bromley's got a championship to win here. All he has to do is basically get 8th or better, so he just needs to make sure he finishes this one.
Bromley back there in that third spot on that Suzuki. Harley-Davidson's 1 and 2 right now. Jesse Janish in the lead of the main event. He's hoping for a miracle and to win that first ever Adventure Tracker Championship. There's your championship points leader right now. If he keeps it on 2 wheels, I think he will win the first ever AFT Adventure Tracker Championship. The 62 bike had a 14-point lead coming into this one. Yeah, basically, if he keeps it right there, keeps it on 2 wheels, he will win that championship and that #1 plate.
Yeah, Dan Bromley's won championships before. He knows how to get it done, so he's doing that here. Also going to be going back-to-back up in the Super Twins coming next, but Dan Bromley's keeping him honest. It's not like he's mailing this thing in, Scotty.
Yeah, when he was up there early on and was battling for the lead, it was a little bit slippery, but I think he's playing it smart. He wants that #1 plate. Dan Bromley on that Suzuki right there.
Family effort here, helping him back on that Suzuki.
Big Mama and Daddy deep pockets. Uncle Steve is the tuner.
We're able to get that thing dialed in, had to add some weight to it. Will Harris, lead pack starting to come up on him. Is that what Eslick's going to need?
It could be. The clock is about to expire. There's just under a minute left plus 2 laps, and Eslick is caught up to the leader once again. Janish gets off of turn 2 a little bit quicker than Eslick, but Eslick sends it over the jump. Here comes the 164. This one is not over yet.
Eslick last lap was half of a second, a lap faster than Janish. Is he going to have anything for him here? Eslick's pushing to it. Doesn't get any help from the lapper.
They get by Will Harris. Now the battle for the lead goes off into turn 1. 33 Janish, 164 Danny Eslick.
They match lap times that time by Scotty, so Danny's going to have to figure something out. We're running out of time.
Here to come up the jump. Jesse Janish from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin in the lead. Eslick from Tulsa, Oklahoma in second. Clock is about to expire. It's going to be interesting to see if they make it to the start-finish line or they show them 2 laps to go. Here they come, off the final corner, onto the front straightaway.
It is just gonna...
There it is. The clock expires. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, just before they got there, it expired, so 2 laps to go. Danny Eslick's gonna have to figure something out and attack right now.
It looks like the 33 gets off of turn 2 a little bit better than this 164, but the 164 airs it out right here, closes it right back up. Next time by, the white flag is going to fly out here at Thunder Valley. 33, 164. Onto the front straightaway. This will be the white flag. Jesse Janish lights up the rear wheel. Here comes the 164 in hot pursuit of the leader.
This is the closest he's been. Janish took a look over his shoulder, saw Eslick's right there. What's Eslick going to do? Does he try to turn under him? He's not going to. He's going to follow him up the jump. He's going to sky it out. He's going to have one last shot at it, Scotty.
Yeah, the 33 gets off turn 2 a little bit stronger. Here comes the 164. 2 laps or 2 corners remaining. Up the inside goes Eslick. Can he make the turn? He goes up in the grass. That's all right. Those bikes are built for it. Onto the racetrack. 164 still in second. The 33, Jesse Janish, wins in Peoria. And Dan Bromley wins the championship. Slick almost goes over backwards, will be third. The AFT AdventureTracker main event results look like this. The 33, Jesse Janish taking the win. Dan Bromley gets up to second because Eslick went off the racetrack in that last corner, gets third. Gautier, Henry Wiles, and a tough break for Will Harris finishing up ninth today. On the podium, we're handing out some hardware.
To present the American Flat Track Adventure Trackers Championship #1 plate to my son, Dan Bromley.
Nice family moment right there for the #1 plate handed out from Joe Bromley to Dan Bromley.
Dan Bromley able to secure the championship here in the Adventure Tracker class. Dan, how good does it feel to secure this championship after 4 rounds?
It feels good. You know, we had a lot of success. I'd say me and Jesse were going to come here tooth and nail to battle for this. Unfortunately, he had an issue at the last race, which it's a bummer, but to be able to win this, it's pretty cool. It'll go up on the wall next to my singles championship, and hopefully there's more to come, maybe next year if we have the series again.
Congrats to Dan Bromley. It's a 4-race series, but any championship has to feel really good.
Any championship here at AFT is so amazing to win. It is a dream come true. This is Bromley's 2nd championship. Here's Kristen with our winner, Jesse Janish.
Jesse Janish taking the win on the Peoria TT. Jesse, what a battle that was.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got off to a good start there. The track was a little bit nervous after the track prep, so was definitely trying to ride really cautious there, and then I got way too cautious with like 2 to go, and yeah, Danny decided to send her. So hopefully this will be around next year and we'll come back swinging.
Thanks so much, Jesse.
When we come back, the final race of the 78th running of the Peoria TT. Welcome back to the 78th running of the Peoria TT. Here's the story of the Super Twins. We had 3 races in 5 days up in Sturgis. Night number 1, Breyer wins the triple challenge. Night number 2, there was a big crash which opens up the door for Brandon Robinson to take the win. And night number 3, Dallas Daniels dominates the Sturgis Super TT. The points entering Peoria. Breyer Baumer with a 7-point advantage over Dallas Daniels. Brandon Robinson sitting comfortably in 3rd. Davis Fisher's in 4th. Jared Vandekoy back in 5th. Colby, Breyer is really good at Peoria. He's won here in 2019 on an Indian. He won in 2024 on a KTM and looks really strong today.
Yeah, he's prepared to try to do it on a 3rd brand of a motorcycle here on the Harley-Davidson.
I know it's a new bike for us. We actually struggled last weekend in Sturgis a lot more than we thought we were going to. I think this track fits the bike a little bit better. The corners are a touch wider, so we can kind of stretch it out. So I feel good here. I like this place. I like the jump. I like the whole track, the vibe. So it's just a good track to come to, kind of Thunder Valley.
Inversely, for Dallas Daniels, he got a win here back in 2019 on the single, but it's been tough going since then.
Yeah, in a place that is so cherished to him in his home state, Dallas Daniels desperately wants to get a win here at the Peoria TT.
It's funny because it's not what the relationship I'd want to have with this track. Like, since I've been coming here as a kid, like, I always loved it so much, and then the very first time I come here, I win the race on the 450, my first ever singles win. I'm like, yes, this is how I dreamed of this going. And then, the next year paired up against Henry on a 450, and I completely wad my brains out. And so I'm like, well, that's kind of not how I planned that to go. And then you come the next year after that, and I get a podium on a twin, and so to JD and Breyer, and I was like, all right, yeah, back on track. And then hit a rock the next year and go down. So it's like, this is a place that you definitely have to respect. Like, you don't, you come here to ride real hard and you want to win, but at the same time, you have to respect this place, especially on a twin.
Colby, there is a wild card out there. Henry Wiles, the 14-time winner at this racetrack.
Yeah, you can never count out the king of Peoria, Henry Wiles himself, so we'll see what he is able to do later on today.
I'm going to give it everything I got and see where the chips fall, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Mission SuperTwins heat race number 1. The 3 of Briar Bauman had the fast time, and he got the whole shot.
Yeah, Breyer's able to lead them all off into 1 there. Vanderkoy's in 2nd. Trent Lowe goes a little wide there at 67. Takes over 2nd, Scotty.
Fisher moves up to 2nd, but then he started looking back and started having a few problems. That opens up the door for the 20 bike of Vanderkoy to come on through.
Yeah, Davis runs it up the wall there, but it's going to be all Briar Bauman way out in front of this one, able to pick up the win in heat race number 1.
Mission SuperTwins heat race number 2. The 32 Dallas Daniels on the inside grabs the whole shot. Maxwell from the outside takes over actually into turn number 1.
Yeah, Max will lead him early on in this one as Dallas Daniels starts to pick him off 1 by 1.
Bronson Bauman was up there for a moment, ran 2nd. So did Brandon Robinson. Here comes the 32, applying the pressure up the inside. Dallas Daniels from nearby Mattoon, Illinois, took the lead in heat race number 2. And would go on to win the heat race here in Thunder Valley. Dallas Daniels, your winner. Next up for the Mission SuperTwins was the Mission Challenge. 4 laps, $5,000 to win. Briar Bauman grabs the whole shot from the inside, but no, Maxwell, another great start from the outside.
Maxwell had the starts figured out, but he went high instead of low, and Briar Bauman will lead us up the jump for the first time. And is able to do what he needed to do, just hold him low as he comes to the finish line here and picks up the Mission Challenge. Too Fast, Too Tasty win.
Very close victory by the 3 bike. Briar Bauman, your winner, picks up $5,000 thanks to Mission Foods. The Mission AFT SuperTwins starting lineup on the front row. The 3 is Briar Bauman, the 32 Dallas Daniels, 20 Jared Vanderkoy, and the 18 is Maxwell. The 14-time Peoria TT winner will start 5th. That's the 911 of Henry Wiles. And don't count out the 62 of Dan Bromley, fresh off the AdventureTracker Championship. He's starting back there in position number 10. 10 minutes plus 2 laps. Mission AFT SuperTwins out here at Thunder Valley. The Peoria TT getting set to go. Clutch is coming out, the 3 bike up the inside, the 18 around the outside. Maxwell grabs another whole shot today.
That's the 3rd time Maxwell around the outside, but Dallas Daniels out in front of Briar Bauman right now. Is Briar going to be able to run it up the inside of the jump? No. Daniels is going to go over the jump in 2nd right now. This is the first time we've seen Bauman behind Daniels.
Maxwell in the lead on the Royal Enfield. Now they're going side by side for 2nd, 3rd. Daniels to the bottom. Briar goes up to the high side on the Harley-Davidson.
Yeah, and Briar's going to get a better run down this front straightaway, but Daniels will still have position. Will Briar fight into turn 1? No, he backs out of it. But Dallas went to the bottom, and Briar found some grip up top immediately. Briar to the lead, excuse me.
Briar was looking to go from 3rd to the lead, but he moves into 2nd. Now he sets his sights on the 18. Briar Bauman's got the right spot. He takes the lead over the jump.
Yeah, Daniels will slide into 2nd. They're getting by Maxwell as well.
Maxwell slid from 1st back to 3rd. Now Briar slips really wide down here in that final corner.
Briar's going up there as high as he can right now because he feels the grip. He saw last lap Daniels was lower. He was able to get the run on him around the outside of the corner, wasn't able to make the pass. Got really aggressive here in turn. Look at, he's all the way down low. I thought that might be the spot to be in. Right now it is.
He figured it out early, and now he's up in the loose stuff up off the grassy hill. The 3 bike in the lead. The 32 chasing down the leader.
Bauman jumped so far on that one, but his bike looked really stable. Daniels landed. Bike was a lot more head shake out of the Yamaha right there as we're back to the battle for 3rd now as Vanderkoy slots into 3rd, Maxwell back to 4th.
And how about Robinson up there, the 44 bike in 5th, and he's got company. Here comes the 37 of Bronson Bauman.
Vanderkoy had a hard time getting the bike upshifted there. Luckily, Whale wasn't able to go around the outside of him, but Vanderkoy's going to have to try to smooth that out.
Maxwell looking up the inside, going up the jump. He gets back in line behind the 20 bike. The 20 lands really hard on that jump. We got a freight train back here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Vanderkoy in 3rd, wants another podium. Maxwell wants to get his first ever podium in the Premier class.
Yeah, there is a huge group of riders. We've got 3 almost all the way back to 70. Declan Bender, but you're pointing out Henry Wiles.
Henry Wiles, 1 lap down, is off the pace on the 911.
We've got a little bit of a gap here between Bauman and Daniels, but such a long race to go, just under 8 minutes. But Dallas Daniels has the advantage right now, if it's me, because he can watch exactly where Briar's riding and try out different lines. Yeah, so Henry Wiles down a lap.
Yeah, something happened to the 911. Henry Wiles is back there 1 lap down, showing in 15th spot right now. Out front, the 3 bike. leading here at Peoria.
You see that coming out of there. Dallas spun up, coming off a 2, where Breyer kept it more in line right now. But Dallas has the advantage being able to see exactly where Bauman is. He can play around being in that 1 second gap because you can make that up. But if you allow Breyer much more than a second, he could be gone.
So Dallas trying to keep the 3 bike a little bit closer to him. Again, the 911 is 1 lap down, so the leaders have got about a full straightaway over Van de Kooi back there in 3rd spot.
Breyer Bauman, our defending Peoria TT champion from 2024, looking to make it 2 in a row on 2 different brands of motorcycles. Daniels jumps all the way to the left side of that berm.
Great racing so far. Can Breyer Bauman win his 3rd Peoria TT? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back to Peoria, where Breyer Bauman still leads the 78th running of the Peoria TT.
Oh, it's Scotty. Breyer Bauman just did the fastest lap of the race, 0.3 of a second faster than Dallas Daniels. He has that Harley-Davidson working out front, but look at this. Bronson Bauman trying to catch up to the backside of Maxwell, but Trent Lowe doing a really good job here, going around the outside. I like how he's not following the same line as the guys in front of him, trying to make something happen.
Well, there's probably still some moisture up there. Now he squares out the corner, trying to come to the inside of the 44, but lets it back off. We're at the halfway point of this one. 5 minutes down, 5 to go, plus 2 laps. This is a heck of a battle deeper in the field.
Oh, and Trent's got a good run here. Let's see what the Honda does down the front straightaway. If he's able to get a run on the Harley-Davidson of Robinson, not able to do it there. He's going to try to go around the outside here, but he has to finish the pass because Robinson will have position down the straightaway up to the jump, and it looks like he's going to have it. He will. Trent Lowe will take over 6th place.
Trent Lowe's on the move on the Honda. Next up in front of the 48 bike will be the 37 of Bronson Bauman on that Yamaha. Robinson slipping back just a little bit, currently in the 7th spot.
And Bronson Bauman back to the backside of Maxwell here. Trent Lowe's sticking right with him too. Trent's going to the front in this one, and they're all fighting over 4th place right now as Van der Kooi's been able to clear him by about 2 seconds.
Bronson has finished 2nd here before behind his brother, so he knows his way around this racetrack. The 48's very impressive. He's picking them off 1 at a time. Maxwell in the 18 bike currently in the 4th spot. Bronson Bauman is 5th, and now Trent Lowe is up to 6th on that Honda.
Yeah, this is Trent's first time here on the Twin, so he's getting experience, and this is that newer chassis that they switched to, and it's been a lot of success since that.
They switched to this chassis right before the Lucas Oil Speedway, had 3 rounds up there in South Dakota, and he's getting this bike dialed, man.
Bronson's going to see him fighting around that outside. He might got it. He did, yeah. So now Bronson Bauman's going to be able to know that that's a line, and he might take advantage of Maxwell, but he's not going to be able to do it while Trent's right ahead of him. He needs Trent to do it and then him to do it.
Trent is passing more people than anybody else. He's using every bit of the real estate. He goes really wide down here in this last corner. He's also been trying the high line down here 1-2. He's going to go after Maxwell right here and try to get up to that 4th position.
Trent's rider coach is Kenny Coolbeth, and he's got to be so proud of what this kid is doing right now, not following, going around the outside. He's going to make this pass right eye.
Oh, he backed
Max
off.
just shut him off there, but he's got it. He's got so much pacer on the outside. Bronson Bauman went up there, I believe, that lap too.
Do you think the 48, if he gets by the 18, can catch up to the 20 and get his first podium in this class?
We're running low on time, so he's going to have to do it quickly, but that's such a big gap to close down, and out front still about 1.7. Trent Lowe looking up the inside here. He's going to run it around the outside. He's going to have Maxwell thinking.
He's sending it deep in the corner, but he's awful sideways, goes way up the racetrack. They'll point themselves up towards the jump. Maxwell in 4th, Trent Lowe in 5th. They both get their wheels on the ground as quickly as possible. The 37 is still there, Bronson Bauman.
Yeah, Trent's going to have to be a little bit more precise that time as he tries to do it on Max, because Max, he's seen it now. He knows that he's going around the outside, but they have a lap rider coming up on McGrain.
McGrain on the 14, Ryan Barnes Racing KTM.
And that could mess up Trent's line because McGrain's probably going to try to get out of the way and go up to the top. And McGrain looks back and lets him by. He doesn't lose any time there, but Bronson's up there now along with Brandon Robinson.
Over the jump they go. The 18 of Maxwell from Australia still in 4th. Trent Lowe in 5th. Bronson Bauman and Robinson 6th and 7th. Fisher's 8th. Bromley 9th. And Declan Bender rounding out your top 10.
Breyer Bauman keeps clicking off fast laps in the front of this one, keeping Dallas at 1.8 seconds right now as Trent Lowe goes around the outside. Will he be able to do it this time? The track is starting to dry up there.
Squares off the corner, trying to shoot up the inside. Now backs off and gets back in line behind the 18 bike.
Yeah, you just can't jump straight like that. That'd be too risky for him and Max for Trent to be able to do that, so he has to finish the pass before they go up the jump.
They go way high down here in that final corner. The 18 in fourth. The 48 wants one more position. Cole King just ahead of these riders. He is about to go down a lap to these riders right here. The 18 of Whale. Here comes the 48 going to the high side.
Yeah, Max's line is just so much more consistent down low. He's able to just kind of roll through there where Trent has to be so aggressive around the outside. He's not been able to get by him yet.
Lap rider just ahead. That's Cole King on the 17 bike from Iowa. He's right in front of these two riders. Now they gets out of the way. The 48's on the back tire of the 18. Here they come. Onto the front straight with Honda. Trying to make the pass.
He's gonna run it up the inside here. He knows he has to do. He's only got one shot to do it. So Max is gonna go back to the bottom line, but as long as Trent gets on the gas here, he should be able to get back by him, and it looks like he will, and yes, he does. He's able to get back by him.
Trent's got that turn 1 and 2 figured out. Nobody else has made it work like he has on that Honda. Whoa, he gets it sideways right there.
Yeah, I don't want to give up all the work he just did.
Here comes the 37. Bronson trying to follow the 48 on through. So the 48 is up to fourth on the Honda.
See, Max might go up the racetrack right now, and Trent might have an issue. I'm not sure if he's got a shifter problem or what the situation was there, but that was very weird from Max.
Yeah, he's looking down. He's going backwards just a little bit. The 48, I think his momentum has stopped.
I think Trent something's wrong with his shifter.
He could have drug it on the ground. They're really laying the bikes
over.
What
a bummer for that. He did such a good run going. But so Bronson Bauman, now let's see what he's able to do with the 18 of Max Whale.
The 18 right there is right there in this. Here comes the 37.
Oh, he's going to cut back under him here, but Max has got such a low line, and he's not moving up the racetrack at all.
The clock has expired. 2 laps to go in Peoria. Watching the battle for 4th and 5th right now. The 3 bike in the lead over the jump. Last time by was 1.1 seconds for Briar Bauman. Looking for his 3rd ever Peoria TT win. Here he comes, getting by Cole King. Onto the front straightaway. The white flag will fly this time for the 3 bike. Briar Bauman, 1 lap to go. The 32 can see him, Colby.
Yeah, Dallas Daniels has been creeping up, cutting the gap down the last few laps. Briar Bauman just has about 3/4 of a racetrack to go. He just got to get over this jump smoothly and crease the last 2 corners, and this could be his.
Smooth off the jump, now into the right-hander. Now into the final corner. The number 3, Harley-Davidson, onto the front straightaway. Here comes your winner, number 3, Briar Bauman wins his 3rd Peoria TT. Daniels comes home 2nd. The rest of the riders coming onto that front straightaway. Briar Bauman in dominating fashion here today.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series has been brought to you by the Cat Rental Store, the official heavy equipment supplier of Progressive American Flat Track, and by Royal Enfield, an official OEM partner of Progressive American Flat Track.
With his 3rd win at this historic track, Briar, you may or may not see it, but that was a statement win.
I felt really good all day. Once again, huge thank you to Dave and Michelle. They worked their tails off. I've been a real a-hole this year. Just have a really high standard. Dallas and his team are so dang good, and we didn't really think we were going to be here at this point in the stage. Now all of a sudden I'm like, hey guys, we got to figure this out. So yeah, just going to keep working.
Congratulations, Briar.
Great ride by the 3 bike. Briar Bauman didn't get the start he was looking for. Max Whale did from the outside and put Dallas up to 2nd.
Yeah, but it didn't take Briar long to fight back. He knew he could not let Daniels get too far ahead, and he makes the move right there instantly on the 2nd lap, so able to take it to the front.
And Briar found that low line in turns 1 and 2, and that was the advantage he needed. There's the double checkered flags. Briar Bauman wins his 33rd win here in Peoria. Kristen is with 2nd place.
Dallas, 3 races remain on the season. What happens between here and Springfield?
I mean, after everything in Sturgis, we pretty much need to win the rest of these races if you look at it. But today Briar was flawless. There's no getting around that. He rode really good, and he was on it pretty much all day. And we made a little bit of a step there in the dash, and I felt like we had something for him. And really want to win here. And someday hopefully I can check that box. But today I'm thankful to be driving out of here, thankful to be in one piece, and thankful to be here to race. Last year I missed it, and it really sucked. I didn't like watching it from home. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to Springfield for sure.
Thanks so much, Dallas.
Mission AFT SuperTwins main event results. Briar Bauman wins by 1 second over Dallas Daniels. Van de Koy's 3rd. Bronson Bauman 4th. Maxwell a good run in 5th. A tough break for the 48. Trent Lowe comes up a little bit short. And an even tougher break for the 911. Henry Wiles had a mechanical early on in that one. gets it going and salvages an 11th place finish. Kristen is with 3rd place, Jared Vandekoy.
Jared, finishing on the podium here at the Peoria TT, returning to the podium. This is now your 2nd career pro podium in the Super Twins class at this track. How were you able to get it done on such a challenging course?
Sorry if I can't talk right now. It wasn't really a dig. That was just a survival mode for me. Man, it's so hot out today. Hats off to everyone for sticking it out in this heat for one. But yeah, it was challenging. I didn't get to graze the starts and the dash or the main event there. Yeah, I'm ready for a cold one.
So are we. Congratulations, Jared Vandekoy.
The points after Peoria, Briar Bauman now has 11 points with his 7 wins over Dallas Daniels. Brandon Robinson back there 3rd, Davis Fisher 4th, Jared Vandekoy with a podium finish here today is in that 5th spot. Trent Lowe, James Ott, Dan Bromley, Maxwell, and Declan Bender, your top 10. What a great day it was here in Thunder Valley. The Peoria TT never disappoints. It was a very warm one. It was wild. It was crazy. And the racing was phenomenal here in Peoria. Drain taking the win in the singles class on the Estenson Yamaha. The Twins lined up and they had one heck of a battle too. Briar Bauman started deeper in the field, made his way towards the front. On behalf of Kristen Beat and Colby Carlisle, I'm Scotty Dibler. We'll see you at the Springfield Mile.